Hello YouTube, I'm Chris, welcome back to Richmond. In this video we have been doing some work to the layout. We've actually started ballasting at long last. So let's show you what I've been doing. As you can see here, we've done a bit of ballast. It only ends just off the camera to the left, just there. But we've done both main lines, the loop and the goods yard entrance up to about here. So we've done platform line, the run round and down sidings line, and we've done platform 2 up to here. You'll see the colour of the ballast changes here. That's fresh ballast, and I've literally just put that down before I started recording. I'm not going to bore you with how to glue ballast down. I'm sure that's been covered in plenty of other videos, but I decant my ballast into this tub. I use a teaspoon to apply it just so I can use a little bit of precision. And then we use a small paintbrush just to spread it out, just to try and keep it off the sleepers. Although the eagle-eyed amongst you will notice that there is quite a bit of ballast on the sleepers there. It's difficult to keep them all off the sleepers. There are only random bits on the sleepers. We may go through and clean them off and hoover those bits up at some point. Now the ballast I use is this stuff. So it's the Javis Countryside Scenics Extra Fine Ballast Chippings. And I bought this for my N-gauge layout several years ago. Those of you will remember Whetstone and Sherwood Central. They both had some of that ballast applied. And there should be more than enough ballast there for me to do the entire layout, or the entire scenic portion of the layout. So we've done, I don't know, roughly about a third of the layout so far. If we just tilt the camera that way and zoom in, you can see we have put some ballast down in the train shed as well. It's not quite cured yet. I was protecting the station buildings with cling film, as you can see, and I pulled some up and some of the ballast came up with it, so it's not quite cured. So what I'm going to do is just spot apply bits of ballast and then glue it back down. There's only a couple of bits that have come up, and so it's not all bad. The rest of it's about set. The aim today, while I'm in here, is to get some ballast down on that side, and then all the way down to there where we were before, and through platform 2, all the way to the end of platform 2, or we'll probably just leave it there because we still have the goods shed to come, so we need to plot out the footprint for that. Although I have cut out a template for it, so we could probably get the ballast down and not have to worry about the goods shed so much until it's here. And we'll do some of the goods yard as well. Let's just zoom back out so you can see. So yeah, so we're going to do some of the goods yard. We'll probably get up to about there and the loco shed area ballasted. Beyond that, just sort of where my screwdriver box is. I know I said before I wasn't going to bother reproducing the coal drops as they were. I've since changed my mind. So what we're going to do now, if I just zoom back in, over where the gasworks building is currently sitting, that will be cut out of the baseboard. So we'll have a little notch cut out the side of that baseboard, about 40 or 50 millimeters deep, and that will then represent the difference in ground level for 2 sets of coal drops. And then, I don't know if you can see it because my loco shed's in the way, let's just move the shed out of the road. Keep it safe out of the way because that's a very beautiful, delicate building. Now, you'll see there is the footprint of the loco shed, and the right-hand track extends out the back of the shed. Now, on the real Richmond, this led to another double set of coal drops, which I'm planning to recreate. I wasn't going to because I didn't really think I had enough space. And the previous video, or the video before that, I think we were talking about extending the fill yard through 90 degrees. I'm not doing that now because it's a lot of work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a 6-inch wide piece of baseboard just to go there, and that will drop down to the same level as the coal drops, and then we can add the second set of coal drops, so we represent the full sort of amount of track that was in the goods yard at the time. And then when the goods shed arrives, like I say, we can get on with ballasting, and I can build some coal drops to represent the ones that were at Richmond at the time, and then we can continue with ballasting. So if we go back around here on the subject of ballasting, we're trying to keep it neat and tidy. I'm going to put some down today. I may or may not glue it down this evening, or I may just leave it until tomorrow, as long as I've got it sort of in place and it looks the part. Now, we've just talked about me not bothering with this extension plan. If we go around here past my glue and my little mister bottle, now that corner there, the track sort of curves around quite severely into the filler yard. So what I'm proposing to do is build a foot long piece of baseboard to go where pretty much where that spirit level is. We'll just zoom in, you'll be able to see it a bit better. There we go. So we're going to add a foot long piece of baseboard just to move the filler yard down by 12 inches and to be able to ease those curves out, because where the just next to in front of the DMU is a double slip there, which is sort of like the king points into the filler yard, and the track has to curve quite severely to get to the double slip. So if we give it an extra foot of room, I can ease those curves a bit and add a bit more scenery. So that's the plan. But anyway, back to ballasting. We'll just zoom in a little bit so you can see a bit more detail. So all that's been done with the teaspoon and a little brush. Bit of a gap there where the baseboard joint is, that can't be helped. But after we've put the rest of the ballast in on the main lines, we can then think about doing more with this scenery here. At the minute it's just bare polystyrene. I need to shape it a bit more, study some photos of the actual location, and then we'll be able to make a start on it. So, like I said, I'm not going to bore you with showing you how to glue ballast down. It's been well documented before, and hopefully in the next video all of the ballast will be down. Bye for now.